name is Mariel Mulford. I am from the United States, from a state called Montana, and I'm a PhD student in intercultural studies at Fuller Theological Seminary, which is located in Pasadena, California. So when I graduated from my undergraduate degree, I moved to Jinja, Uganda, and I was there for 2.5 years working with a women's empowerment social business called Akola. And I loved it so much. I was able to work with women doing community development programs, educational programs on everything from business training and goal setting and budgeting and things like that, but also soft skills, personal skills like leadership, communication, how to make changes, positive changes in your community. And we had so many good discussions, and we got to hear stories of how they were really creating good changes and making their villages and their city a better place. So that was my experience. And I also worked in their extension office in Kabale, which is a small town in northern Uganda, in Kabale district. So I went there every other month, and I met with a women's group there as well. So it was a really good experience. I learned so much, and I made some amazing memories and saw God work in amazing ways through the women that I worked with. Yes, so I've been in Kabale for 1 week. I arrived on Sunday, and I'm leaving tomorrow. With my mom, Heather. She came with me. So we've had a very, very positive experience so far. We've been staying at the university hostel, guest house. Our caretakers there, the staff there have been so wonderful, so accommodating. And we've really enjoyed just the mountains, the walking around, the tea leaves, tea bushes, the birds. There's just so much beauty here. And the rain even though it's cold. We've really enjoyed the environment and just getting to be in this part of the country, because I've just passed through Kabale. I've never really stayed here before, so it's been a good experience for me. So it's good. So when I was about 1 year into my doctorate program at Fuller, I knew that I wanted more of a perspective from someone who was at least from Africa, if not from Uganda, who is a scholar, who is writing about the topics that I'm researching. So my research has to do with the post-war recovery process in northern Uganda and the role of women in leading those changes, and then also the role of the church and church leaders in creating positive changes specifically in Acholi. And so when I was doing some research, I started looking for authors that were writing about this topic, and then I found Dr. Akena's work. So Dr. Francis Akena, he's the Dean of Education here at Kabale University, and I reached out to him, and he agreed to be a supervisor for me for one of my courses. And so we've been working together for about 6 months, meeting online and going through. I've been reading lots of different articles and books, and I wrote a very large paper for him, and he just graded it and provided some very good feedback for me this week. So it's been, overall, it's been a really good, very positive process, and has really helped me to understand deeper the context that I'm researching and the different scholarship voices and voices of people from there, and things that they've experienced and things they have been doing to recover from the war. I think maybe the biggest thing for me is when I teach and when I'm in class, I really like interaction, discussion among students and then between the students and the professors. Where though the professors, they have lots of education, they have much to teach, but they're also learning, and we are all discussing and learning even together. I really appreciate those kind of courses and discussions. And so I think here, in especially the undergraduate level, I would love to see more and more interaction, discussion among the students and also between the professors and students in a way that is learning together and not just, the professor saying everything and then the students writing notes and that's it. I like to see collaboration and people working and learning together. So that is one of the biggest things that I would love to see more and more here. I think it is happening, but I would love to see it happening more and more. So Uganda has a very large place in my heart. It's like my second home. My first time in Uganda was 2013, and I was actually a student at Uganda Christian University in Mukono, UCU. So I stayed there for one semester as an exchange student. I lived with a host family, and I was taken very good care of, and I was shown so many beautiful things, different parts of the country. We even came here to Lake Bunyoni, and it was just an amazing, really amazing experience. And that experience, that time here, led me to want to move here. And so then when I graduated from undergraduate, I moved here in 2015, and then I was here up to 2017. So I have many memories of Uganda, many friends and connections that I cherish. Someday I would love to move back here into Uganda and live here, but I'm just taking things one step at a time. So my next step is that I'm coming back maybe in 1 year or so for my field research. That will be maybe 3 to 6 months, something like that. I will come with my husband, who's never reached Uganda, so I want to introduce him to the country and the people and the culture, the food, everything. And then we will be here for my research, and then after that we will see what God has for us. We are just open, but I know Uganda will always be a part of my life and a part of my journey. So I'm very grateful for this amazing place, amazing country.